Welcome to At Home Fitness. This workout was created to be a resource for middle school and high school students and student athletes because sometimes we don't have access to a gym or we can't go work out at school. So this was designed so that way you can still work out at home and achieve fitness and maintain that fitness. So you may be concerned that you don't have free weights or a kettlebell, but there's no need to worry because everybody at home has items that can be substituted for those weights. So for this workout, it was designed to use a kettlebell, but instead of a kettlebell, you can use a milk carton. You can use a gallon like this one, or you can use a half gallon or a quart size, depending on what you have at home. I'm also using this other, I think it's probably about a half gallon, but it's not a traditional milk carton, but that will come in handy later. So if you have a carton like this, you can also use that. I have filled these with water, but you can fill them with anything else that you can really find. So if you, for some reason, have some sand, feel free to put that in. It's gonna be heavier than water. Maybe you have wood pellets, that might work. If you want to take the time to fill the cartons with those. Any material that you can find to add weight to these cartons is all you'll need. And when you do pick the size of carton and whatever you're going to put in it, just fill it to equal the desired weight. So if you only have a gallon but you don't want the full weight of a full gallon, just fill it with water until it's as heavy as you want it to be. The water will just slash around in there, but that's okay. So this workout is going to have 5 exercises. I'll walk through each exercise with you, and then we'll put it all together at the end for the workout and some possible challenges that you might want to do with it. The first exercise is a squat and press. So you're going to hold the carton with both of your hands kind of on the bottom at chest level. So I have a couple fingers down underneath and a couple on the side. So you're just resting the bottom of the carton in your hand. So to start, your feet are shoulder width apart and you're going to squat down like you're doing a regular squat. So you're going to bend your knees to a 90-degree angle, sit back, hinge at the hips, back is flat and upright. So you're down in your squat, and then when you stand back up, you're going to straighten your arms and push the carton up over your head. So when you stand up, when you're finished, the carton is up over your head. And then when you squat back down, you lower the carton back to chest level, and then stand up and press, squat down lower, press up, squat down, press up, squat down, and then you can come back to neutral when you're done. Our second exercise is a kettlebell swing. So for this, you're going to start with your feet wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and you're going to bend down and pick up the carton and hold it by the handle with both hands. Do the best you can, just make sure you have a tight grip on it. I know a handle is on a milk carton is a little bit smaller than on a kettlebell. So you're going to stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to hold the kettlebell by the handle and just let your arms hold it down. So the kettlebell is down, or the milk carton is down by your legs. And you're going to hinge forward at your waist, keeping your back flat. So that carton goes down more in between your legs and back a little bit. Again, your back is still flat. And then you're going to stand up and push your hips forward, but make sure your back is still straight. You don't want to arch it. And you're going to bring the carton to about chest level. And then you would hinge back down and then drive forward and down, drive forward, back, up, back, up. Remember, you want to keep your back flat. And the kettlebell is swinging, so make sure that when you're done, you do it a little bit slower and release, swing down and place the carton on the ground. The third exercise is a bent over row. So for this one, you are going to hold your carton by the handle and start with your feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to row with our left arm first. So to get ready, take a step forward with your right foot and bend your knee a little bit. Make sure that your knee doesn't go out over your toes. And then you're gonna hinge forward at your waist and let your arm hang so the jug is in line with your lower right leg, kind of at your knee. And then to row, you are going to pull your arm back, keeping your upper arm in line with your body. So it shouldn't be out, it should be straight back. And then you release and go back down. The jug goes down in line with your leg. And then flex and pull back and down and back up and then down. For the right side, you would do the same thing. So switch the carton into your right hand at your side, step forward with your left leg, bend your knee, hinge forward at the waist, and then pull your right arm back so elbow is in line with your body, and then jug goes back down to your left leg, pull back and down, back and down. Okay, so the fourth exercise in this circuit is going to be surrender lunges. So like with the squat and presses, you can hold the bottom of the carton about at chest level. You're not gonna move it, it's just gonna stay here. And then we're gonna do lunges with both legs. So to start, you take one step back with your right leg and then lunge down like you're doing a reverse lunge. So your front and your back knees should be at 90 degrees. And then you're gonna lower all the way down so your right knee comes to the floor, and then bring your left leg back to meet your right, so you're just kneeling on the floor. And then you're gonna take a step forward with your right, and then lift yourself up into a lunge, and then step back in together on the left. And then you would reverse that. So you would step back with your left, reverse lunge down, put your left knee on the floor, right knee back to meet left, step forward and lift, lunge forward, up, and bring right to meet your left foot. The final exercise that we're going to do is called a plank drag. So for this one, I chose to use the smaller carton just because it's a little bit easier to drag. It's smaller, it's a little bit lighter, and I like that better just for this exercise. So for the plank drag, you're gonna start in a high plank. So your arms are about shoulder width apart, and your elbows are straight, and you're going to push up into a plank. Your back is flat. Make sure that you're basically making a straight line from your head all the way back to your feet. The jug is starting in front of my left hand. So I'm going to pick up my right hand, grab the carton, drag it over to my right, where my right hand would be, and then put my hand back down. Now I'm going to pick up my left hand, grab the carton, drag it down, pick up, drag, down, pick up my hand, drag to the left, left hand goes down. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you stay as still as you can in that plank. If you need to, you can widen out your feet a little bit easier. Gives you a little bit wider base of support, so it's a little bit easier to drag the jug. And one more down. Now that we've gone through all the exercises, it's time for the fun part, which is explaining what the workout would be. So we have those 5 exercises: the squat and press, the kettlebell swing, the bent over rows, surrender lunges, and plank drags. So there's a couple different options. The first is you can do 8 to 15 reps of each exercise, and that would count as one circuit. And then you would take a 1-minute break between circuits, and you would do that 3 times or 4 times, or however many you feel up to, depending on your skill and ability. The other option is you can perform 30 seconds of each exercise, and that would count as your circuit, and then you would take your 1-minute break and then repeat. So I'm going to go through the workout one circuit with you just so you can see what it's like, and I'm gonna do just 8 reps of each exercise. So first we have the squat and press. So I have my carton at my chest, my feet are shoulder width apart, and I'm gonna start with my squats, and I'll count with you. So down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I lower the jug down, and now it's kettlebell swings. So I'm holding the jug with both hands, and I'm gonna start my kettlebell swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I'm gonna do my bench over rows with my left arm. So my right leg is forward. I'm going to lean forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I'm going to switch sides. So now my left leg is forward and the carton is in my right hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then now surrender lunges. And you can count these a couple different ways. You can do 8 on your right leg, 8 on your left leg, or you can do 8 total. I'm just gonna do 8 total just for the sake of this video. I'll step back, lower, up, 1, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then last is plank drags, and I'm going to use my smaller carton. So I put the carton in front of my left hand, up in a high plank, and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I would take a 1-minute break before doing it all over again. To wrap up our at-home fitness workout, I just want to go over a couple things and some possible challenges that you can do at home when you need to do this workout. So first of all, I think it would be a great idea if this is something that you want to do. Try to do this workout 3 or 4 times a week as part of your fitness program. So whatever fitness routines you already have, do this in addition to, and it'll help you in your strength. Try to do it consistently for about 4 weeks, and you'll see your progress. And so I really encourage you to keep track of the number of reps that you do or how long you do each exercise for, because I'm sure that over the course of 4 weeks, you'll do more reps or you'll do each exercise for a longer period of time. Another challenge, just for fun, try to see how many squat and presses you can do in 1 minute, or see how many plank drags you can do in 1 minute. And if you really like this workout, I recommend that you find a friend. Right now, I know you're probably not able to be with your friends or really see them that much. So if you get a buddy, you can each do this workout at home, and you can have a nice, friendly support system. You're each going to do the same thing, and you can talk about your progress and support one another.